exciting partnership, and we were kind of modelling ourselves on the establishment, really, even though we were coming from a pop rock and roll thing. So I think at first, like, we were aware more of them than they were of us. But as I say, when I wrote something like Yesterday, it was a kind of aim, really, was to impress people who knew music rather than just the teeny boppers. You know, we kind of written a few songs like that, simple teeny bopper stuff, which I like and that. But you always wanted, you'd be around musicians, you'd be around. This kind of showed through that grounding there. Because you did feel a bit envious at first. You get the older performers saying, "Oh, we had music hall, we had vaudeville," which is one of the big things you'd always hear, and you kids don't. So we said, well, you know, if we've got this repertoire. So when we came to record, we'd pull things out of this repertoire. I did Till It Was You. I don't think we ever did Taste of Honey.